All right, so forgive the basketball attire. I've been shooting hoops today, but if you see my baby hook, we got a video clip of it somewhere. It's worth it. It's a sweet baby hook, people. Sweet baby hook. Anyway, if you watched this new channel yesterday, you saw me vent my spleen against the University of South Carolina, particularly against the 6 incumbent trustees who are currently up for re-election for new 4-year terms. Well, something odd happened today in the aftermath of that spleen venting. Lawmakers actually listened. I know, I was shocked myself. But today, a panel of state lawmakers declined to screen out or approve the renominations of 5 of these 6 incumbent trustees, which again was shocking to me. This never happens, people. Usually this is just a rubber stamp situation. But today, lawmakers said, wait a minute, we are at the very least not going to advance your nominations just yet. So these trustees were not removed, as some people have mistakenly assumed. Their nominations weren't defeated, as some others have mistakenly assumed. But lawmakers did say, wait a minute, we are going to slow your roll for a sec. We're going to slow this process down and take another look at the qualifications of these trustees. For those of you keeping score, they are Charles H. Williams, Dorn Smith, John Von Leahy, a former chairman of the board, Thad Westbrook, who's very politically connected in this state, and Eddie Floyd, who is the longest-serving member of the board and one of the chief supporters of embattled athletics director Ray Tanner. So those 5 trustees were not screened out today. And that's a big deal because at the very least, lawmakers are saying, wait a minute, before we give these 5 trustees who have presided over, as I mentioned yesterday, definitional incompetence over the last 3 to 4 years, definitional incompetence. Before we give these guys another term, lawmakers are going to stop for a minute and take a closer look at their nominations. Does this mean others are going to step up? I don't know yet. But I'll tell you what, as I said yesterday, somebody's got to step up because we are looking at a situation, it's almost like the 5th labor, of Hercules, the Augean stables. If you're familiar with mythology, it's a can I say hole? Why not? The place needs a deep cleaning, people. The sort of deep cleaning that literally a mythical deep cleaning, because things are so stagnant, so infected with this just incompetence, corruption, good old boyism. I mean, we heard yesterday a trustee literally admit calling a dean because one of his buddies didn't get into law school. The trustee testified on the record they called the dean of the school to get his buddy's kid in. What do you do with that? But at the very least, that guy and 4 of his colleagues were told to wait another day. Is this the start of some real change at the University of South Carolina? I'm not going to hold my breath on that. But it does, for once, send a message that incompetence has consequences. And in South Carolina, that's a message that we don't need to send just once. We need our politicians to start sending it every single day. And I'm going to continue to push for that level of accountability in all things that transpire at my alma mater, the University of South Carolina. And if you're a donor, a student, a parent, if you're a teacher, if you're an administrator, an employee, if you're anybody who has any interest or you're invested in any way, shape, or form in the future of that school, then you need to step up and demand better too. But again, thankful that lawmakers at the very least listened to my concerns and the concerns of many others who said that no, we cannot rubber stamp the status quo at this school.